Hello guys, welcome back to another upper body and core focused power series. I'm using a set of light hand weights for today's practice. Mine are 3 pounds, but use whatever you have available to you. And with that being said, let's hop right into it. We're gonna begin on our back. So come down to your mat, bring your weights with you. And just make sure you have some space on either side of the body. We're gonna be drawing big circles with our arms to start. We don't wanna hit anything. So take a moment here. I sometimes like to take my hips and bring them a little further away from the shoulders so that the back is nice and long and that we have space to tuck our hips under and flatten that lower back. From here, hands are on either side of the hips. We're gonna lift our right leg to tabletop, and then we're gonna lift our left leg. So we want those knees stacked right over the hips. We don't want them coming any closer to the shoulders. That's gonna deactivate some of the core work we're doing, so press them away. And then we're gonna grab onto the weights. Taking a second here, we're gonna take a nice big inhale as we reach the arms over the chest, all the way back behind the head. Good, so we have that length through the arms, but we're gonna keep the ribs down. We don't wanna arch the back to reach behind us. From here, you're gonna draw a big snow angel shape, bringing the arms through T to either side of the hips again. We inhale through the nose, we reach the arms up and back. We exhale out the mouth or the nose if that's more natural, hovering the weights about 1 inch above the mat, bringing them all the way through T to the hips again. And this is the speed I want you to move at, nice and slow, giving yourself that space to feel the work happening through this combination. So it's gonna feel different when you reach the arms back compared to drawing that circle through T. And I want you to notice what's happening in your belly as the arms move. Good, keep going, pairing it with your breath, trying to keep those shoulders away from the ears, chest is proud, legs are still. We have 5 more. On that exhale, as you circle the arms, I want you to feel your waistline working to support you here. Checking in that the back doesn't arch or lift off the mat as the arms reach behind you. Good, you can have a micro bend in your elbow just to protect the joint. We have 3 more here. If your knees are getting closer to your shoulders, press them a little further away. Last 2. We have a nice light grip on our weights. Sometimes when things become challenging, I notice myself death gripping the weights, but that is only gonna create tension in the palms. So everything is intentional, but we have a relaxed kind of approach to it. The next time your arms are all the way down by your hips, take a moment. And then we're gonna meet with the arms over the chest. You can have your palms facing inwards, your shoulders are down on the mat, they're not curling up. Arms are gonna stay still here. We're gonna do alternating toe taps. So right toes are gonna reach away, tap the mat, pull the knee back as you flex the core. Left toes reach away and tap the mat. Exhale, pull it back. Keep it slow and controlled. You're gonna feel it a lot more when you move like this. And make sure you're not just bending your knee and tapping your toe down. We're actually taking the leg, reaching it away, and pulling it back. So the knee is gonna be moving away and back. Good, engage your belly. Tuck your hips under to protect your spine. And breathe. We have 5, Feel those lower abs. Last 4. Keep it slow. One more on the right. We're gonna finish on the left. And once that left leg comes back through center, pause for a moment. And then you're gonna set the feet down. We're gonna reach the arms all the way behind the head. Plant the feet on the mat. You can walk them a little further in front of the glutes. And then we're gonna do a roll up to come to seated. So inhale to prep. Exhale, you're gonna reach your weights and your arms over the chest. Tuck chin to throat and come all the way up to seated. From here, let's open the knees. Bottoms of the feet are together. Find that butterfly stretch in seated. Taking a moment, relaxing, chin to throat, letting the knees fall apart. And then you're gonna sit up nice and straight. Feet are bent in front of you. Make sure they're quite a bit further in front of the knees. The shins are at an angle. You can do this next series with or without weight. It's up to you. Arms are in front of the chest. Shoulders are down. We're gonna round through the back, finding that sweet spot so you feel the core, but we're not going down all the way. And then as you sit back up and stack the spine, we're gonna open the arms into T, but you still see the weights in your peripherals. So we're not opening too far. Arms come together, we roll back. Arms open, we sit up. Drop your shoulders. Inhale, we roll it back. Exhale, we use those abdominals to restack. Do a body scan here. What can you do to make the most out of this movement? What can you do or adjust so you're not holding tension in the upper body? Good, almost there. Last 4. Feel that work in those arms. Last 3. Knit the ribs, plug belly in. This is your last one. Once you come up to seated, you're gonna bring your arms back together, and then you're gonna open your knees, find butterfly to reset. Taking a second here, and each time we visit this shape, I want you to feel more openness in your hips, less tension in the back of the neck, and then we're gonna come up to seated again. You're only gonna need one weight here, so bring it in front of you. Other one can just be rested to the side. We're gonna grab it with the left hand, and we're gonna roll back and open, letting your gaze follow to the left. Use the right side of your waist to restack. You're gonna pass the weight to the right hand, switching sides. We open, drop the shoulder, restack, switch arms. So we're working the inner part of the arms here, the waistline, our shoulder rotation. Hip flexors are helping out here as well. Good, and just one more to that right side. Once you are back through center, take a moment, open the knees, butterfly. Good, nice deep breath in, and then nice deep breath out. Let's restack the spine. You can grab both weights or one weight or no weight. It's up to you. We're gonna roll back, find that sweet spot so you feel the work, but you can still hold it. We're gonna tap over to the left. We're holding, drawing a rainbow, tapping to the right. So we're wringing out the waist to the left, to the right. You got it. Drop your shoulders, breathe. Good. We're only here for 4 more. 3, 2. You're gonna finish twisting to the right. You're gonna pull through center, hold for a moment, all the way up, let it go, butterfly. Amazing work. Everything should be nice and warm by now. We should be feeling those arms, feeling that core. And then when your butterfly stretch feels good for you, you're gonna come either to a kneeling position or standing. So it's completely up to you whether you wanna be in standing or kneeling. I like kneeling just because it's a quicker transition between series, but standing may feel better for you on your knees and shoulders. So you choose. Wherever you are, your knees or your feet are hip distance apart, and we're gonna really engage our core here. So, shoulders are proud, palms can face in this time, gaze is straight forward. We're gonna take a nice big inhale, we find a bicep curl. Exhale, we find a shoulder press. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. We're gonna bring it down, straighten the arms. So it's bicep curl, shoulder press, lower, reset. Nice and slow, finish one piece of it, the bicep curl, before we do that next part, the shoulder press. And especially if you're using lighter weight, we're gonna lean into those slow controlled movements so that you feel it in a deeper way. Inhale, exhale, engage the belly. We're still working the core here, even though we're moving the arms. Good, try to take any arch out of your back. We wanna knit the ribs. We have 4. Try not to rock as the arms move either. It's easy to lean into some momentum or use the lower body to help lift the weights, but we really want the arms doing the work here. 2. And then the next time the arms are down before this last one, take a moment, roll your shoulders back, engage your core. We're gonna find a bicep curl. We're gonna find a shoulder press, drop your shoulders. From here, we're gonna get into isolated shoulder press. So we lift and we drop. If you want your gaze down slightly to protect the neck, you can play around with that. We lift, we drop. We lift on the exhale, we inhale, drop. You got it. Give me 6. 5, breathe. 3, all the way up, 2, and 1. You're gonna come out of that shoulder press and lower the arms. Give yourself a shoulder roll back, and then wherever you are, kneeling or standing, all we're gonna do is bring our hands to our hip bones, engage your belly, and then just send your hips a couple inches back. So don't worry too much about the chest. The chest is still lifted, the head's still in line with the back of the spine. We're just hinging the hips to give us a little more space. Palms are still facing inwards. Gaze is in front of the body on the mat. We're gonna inhale, bicep curl, just like we did before. This time, exhale, hit the triceps. So we're extending the arms behind the body, squeezing the back of them. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. That exhale is our cue to engage through the belly. As the arms lift back, the belly button or the front of the core is gonna lift back towards the spine, if that visual resonates with you. Still feeling your bicep work here, so try not to swing the arms. Try to recruit the muscles to do the movement. Good, can you get a little higher with your tricep extensions? Can you hold for a moment or two when you're back there? Almost there. We have 3. 2, drop your shoulders from the ears, stretch your arms long. Last 1, let's meet in our tricep extension. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling or away from the glutes. Bring your head back in line with the spine. Let's find isolated lifts. Lift and drop. Try to keep the weights above your glutes the whole time. So there's tension on those muscles through these lifts. Good. What can you do to adjust your form to make the most out of these? Final 5. Good. 4. This is great for our posture, but oftentimes these are weaker muscles in the body because we don't reach behind us very much, so we don't work them in our everyday life. Good. This is your last one. Hold for a moment or two. Feel that work. Flex your abs, and then you're gonna pull everything through center, and then you can just sit back on those glutes. Give yourself a shoulder roll, roll out your wrists. And then we're gonna be back on our glutes with our legs in front of us. So we're kind of working our way back down that series. We're starting with some more rollbacks. So grab onto your weights, plant your feet, have your arms in front of the chest, shoulders down. We're gonna inhale, we roll back. Find that sweet spot, flex your abdominals. As you sit up, we're gonna keep the shoulders down, but we're gonna reach the arms all the way up. Arms come in front of the chest as we roll back. So it's back with the arms and the body. And then we're lifting with the spine and the arms. If it doesn't feel good to bring your arms all the way up, just find somewhere like a 45-degree lift that feels challenging but still comfortable enough on your neck and shoulders. Good. Inhale back. Exhale, use your core. Soften through the jaw. Almost there. We have 4. Last 3. Two. Breathe. We're gonna take that butterfly stretch after this last one. We lift, bring the arms down, open those legs, and each time we revisit the shape, like I said, I want us to feel more openness and space in those hips, less tension and tightness through the back of the body, the spine, the neck, and also just using it as a little break between these progressions. Good, you're gonna grab both your weights. They're gonna come in front of the chest. We're rolling back, and then as we sit up, right arm will lift. Left arm will stay in front of us with that weight, so it's a little more challenging than when we switched arms with one weight last time. Left arm lifts the next time you sit up. Roll it back, arms in front of the chest. And make sure you're lifting arm and spine together rather than lifting your arm and your roll back. That will feel much more challenging. And if you're using weight like me and if you're sticking with me, you'll notice this is challenging, just the way it is. Good, we are almost there though. We have one more on the right. We have one more on the left. You got it. Bring that left arm down. Next time you're in seated, butterfly stretch. Let it go. Or if there's another restorative position that you find feels good in your body and resonates with you, feel free to take whatever reset brings you that relief and allows you to feel prepared and strong for our final progression. Good, both weights in the hands. We're gonna roll it back and we are holding. Your palms will flip down. All right, we're gonna hold here. You're gonna tap the arms, pull them just to shoulder height. Woo, my voice cracked. This is challenging. Tap and lift. Good, you have a visual of your belly. Can you breathe it back? Can you knit your ribs? Can you engage your core? Can you drop your shoulders, soften your face? We have 4. I want every rep to be the best it can be. We have 3. We have 2. Give me 1 more. As those arms lift, you will pause through center. Feel that work, feel that shake. Bring it all the way up, let it go. Last butterfly of our practice. You can always walk your fingertips in front of the body here as well to get a little deeper. Good, big inhale, big exhale. And then you're gonna walk yourself up. Keep your weights handy. Bring your knees back together. And we are gonna make our way to our back. Good, once you are on the mat again, let's pick the hips up, lengthen through the spine, tuck the glutes under so our lower back is gently pressing into the mat. And then we're gonna lift our legs to tabletop. Check in, knees are stacked right over the hips, shins are parallel with the mat, and then we have the weights on either side of the body. So we're gonna reverse the shape we did at the very beginning of our practice. So we're beginning on either side of the hips. Weights are gonna draw a snow angel past T behind the head. And then we arc over the chest all the way to either side of the hips. We draw a circle behind the head, through T on the inhale. Exhale, draw that rainbow over the chest, nice and slow, all the way down to either side of the hips. Legs are still and stable. Pair it with the breath. Don't cut corners, make this shape as big as possible. And you may even notice that one arm or shoulder has a little more mobility and maybe feels more comfortable than the other. So just gathering that information, listening to the body, and also noticing the difference between this direction versus the one we began our practice with. So the inhale is a circle back, and that exhale is when you're really gonna feel the front of the core. So plug belly in, knit the ribs, take it slow. You'll feel upper abs first, lower abs at the bottom. We have 4 more. If you're rushing through it, slow it down. Good, can you reach your arms a little bit longer? Can you feel your waist during the circle, the front of the core during the rainbow? Give me 2 more. You're gonna give me 1 more like this. The next time the arms are behind your head, pause for a moment. Make sure your ribs are down, your back is flat. And then we're gonna reach the arms over the chest. Palms can face inwards again. We're gonna get back to those alternating toe taps. This time, if it feels okay in your lower back, let's extend the legs straight and parallel to the mat. So right leg moves first. We exhale, we engage our core to pull the knee back. Then that left leg extends. Maybe the leg is a little higher at a 45-degree angle instead. Maybe your knee is bent and you're tapping your toes. It's up to you, but wherever you are, I want you staying present in the body. I want you feeling each rep. Notice how the right side feels versus the left. This is the last thing we're doing in our practice. We have 6 more. Arms are still, shoulders are down. Keep that opposite knee right over the hip. Don't let it cross any closer to the shoulders. Last one on the right side. Engage core, pull it back. Last one on the left side. Point your toes, pull it back. Hold for a moment or 2 there, and then you're gonna let your feet drop. Reach your weights back behind the head just so they're completely out of the way. And then you're gonna bring your arms to a T position. You're gonna stretch your right leg out. Lift your left leg to tabletop. Grab your left knee with your right hand. Take an inhale and prep. And then exhale, find your twist. So the leg is gonna pull and drop over to the right side. You're gonna look over your left shoulder. Try to relax your shoulder towards the mat and try to bring that left knee to the mat as well. Take a big inhale, hold. Exhale, let it go. And then you're gonna roll to your back. We're gonna straighten that leg. We're gonna lift our right leg, grab onto it with the left hand. Inhale and prep. Exhale, find your twist. So leg goes to the left, we look over our right shoulder. Try to relax arm and shoulder towards the mat. Inhale, feel the twist increase. Exhale, let it go. You're gonna roll to your back. Hug both your knees into your chest for a moment. A little rock on your lower back. And then you're gonna bring yourself up to seated. Take a moment, you can be in kneeling. We're just gonna do some big shoulder rolls back to finish. Try not to arch to the back here. Shoulders lift on the inhale, they go back, and then they drop down. Last two. Nice deep breaths, last one. Awesome, and we are all done. Nice work today. Thank you so much for joining me. I love creating content for YouTube if you do want more on-demand workouts and also access to all my guided meditations. You can check out my website, which is linked below. It's $22 for a monthly subscription, and there's so many videos on there. We have challenges, programs, categories, and of course the meditations. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you are following me on Instagram because I do lots of updates and post schedules and stuff on there. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next workout. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.